Well, hey everybody, yesterday I did a video on COVID-19 and the innovation opportunity. There has not been an opportunity like this in the church to innovate for the past few decades. And so now the church is being forced to innovate, and it's exciting to watch this. So I've been urging churches for a couple of years, do some R&D, do some research and development, experiment, new ways to reach people, new ways to expand the gospel. And this is forcing us to do some R&D and to innovate. So I want to urge you to innovate. So what I want to do today is I just want to share 10 random ideas, thoughts, innovations that I've just written down and thought about. They say that only 1 out of 10 ideas is a good one. So I'm probably giving you 9 bad ones, but maybe there's one you can glean from. But I've been talking to other pastors and staff members, and they're sharing what they're doing, ideas, things they're doing. It's fun just to dream and innovate a little bit. So let me throw out, here are 10 thoughts, 10 ideas. Just want to throw your way. You can chew on them or spit them out, either one, all right? So number 1, do a pop-up prayer time. Do a pop-up prayer time. This is not something planned. It's not something you say, hey, we're going to do prayer online, video conferencing prayer time at Wednesdays at 1 and 3 or something like that. No, you just say, you throw it out one morning and say, hey, we're going to do a pop-up prayer time today at 1 o'clock. Anybody can join us, and just keep it authentic, keep it real. We don't want to over-program in this season. We want to keep some authenticity. Yes, program, but keep some authenticity. And I thought, hey, it'd be fun to just do a pop-up prayer time. Hey, I'm going to be praying at 1 o'clock. Join me at 1 o'clock, something like that. Okay, idea number two is do a drop-in discussion. Do a drop-in discussion. So tweet it out, Instagram it out with a link, a Zoom link or video conferencing link, and say, hey, just drop in today at 3 o'clock. I'm going to be doing a discussion on family. Or hey, how about this one? At 9 o'clock this evening, my wife and I are going to get online and we're going to talk about parenting, or Cindy and I talk about doing this with grandparenting, something like that. So just do a drop-in discussion. Invite people to just drop in and discuss what's on their mind or a particular topic. Idea number 3. Do a behind the scenes in your home. Pastors, do a behind the scenes in your home. This will allow your people to get to know you in a different way. And so I was talking to a church planner one time. I went to his first service. And after the service, he came up to me and he said, hey, what'd you think? What'd you think? And what'd you think about the sermon? I said, well, man, you did a great job telling people about Jesus. You really did. Great job telling people about Jesus. And I said, but there was a problem. You did not do a good job telling people about you. And all these people, it was their first time ever to your church. They want to know you. Who is this guy telling me about Jesus? They want to know you first. Well, people being home and us being forced to live in a digital world for a while, what a great opportunity for you and your spouse to say, hey, join us tonight at dinner, 6 o'clock. We're just going to do a FaceTime live. Send us your questions. We're going to be eating dinner with our family. Eat dinner with our family tonight. Or, hey, drop in tonight at 8:30 because I'm going to be doing family devotions with my children, and we want you to watch as my wife and I do family devotions tonight. Just drop in and watch. Let them watch while you're cooking or whatever, a family discussion. But give them a behind-the-scenes look at your life. What a great opportunity for people to see you in a different light. Idea number 4 is try video conference training with some of your leaders. Guess what? The biggest challenge in doing leadership development that I hear is people don't have time. People don't have time. Guess what? Guess what they have right now? They have time. So let's capitalize on it. They're sitting home trying to figure out what to do. So offer some video conference training. If you want to raise up some coaches in your church, get leading leaders and take them through the book over the next 12 weeks online and raise up some new coaches in your church, or take them through another leadership book or something like that. But seize the opportunity. People have time. Idea number 5. All right. Pastors, this one might offend you. But do a 15-minute sermon when you do your sermon for Sunday and you post it online. Do a 15-minute sermon. Nobody listens to anything for 30 minutes online. So that's why TED Talks are so popular. They're short and they're powerful and they're strong. We always talk about, less is more. Well, let's practice that in our preaching. So preach a 15-minute sermon and then provide 3 questions that people can talk about and discuss afterwards. They can sit around their home and talk about it. That's going to be much more powerful than a 30 or 45-minute online sermon. Idea number 6 is create snackable, shareable content. Create some 1 or 2 minute videos that talk about spiritual principles that can help people grow in their faith, and share it with your people and encourage them to share it with unchurched people. Shareable, snackable content. Be sending that out 2 or 3 times a week. Number 7, do a daily devotional. Just ask people in your church, hey, we want you to do a 2-minute daily devotional. Just shoot it on your iPhone, shoot it on your camera, send it to us, and we're going to distribute this each day. And that way people are getting to know each other. Small churches, this would be a great way for your people to get to know each other and see what God's doing in each other's lives. So there's another idea. Number 8, create a prayer list. Create a prayer walk guide. Create a prayer walk guide. This is an incredible season to teach people what prayer walking is all about and give them a simple little guide and ask them, prayer walk your community, pray for your neighbors, pray for opportunities to share the gospel, and give them a guide so they know what it is and they know how to prayer walk. Number 9. Create fun challenges. Create fun challenges. Create fun challenge like, hey, do a family fun night. So, hey, I'm going to challenge everybody on Friday, do a family fun night. Hashtag it family fun night. Share with us what you're doing, and then everybody in your church, their families are sharing the fun thing they're doing that night. Or do a 7-day, health challenge of, how can you exercise for 7 days? Or, a 7-day or 14-day devotional challenge, something like that. Something that causes your people to unite together around a challenge. Number 10, do an innovation lab. Do an innovation lab. An innovation lab, here's what I was thinking. What if you got together 10 to 12 Gen Zs just online like this and talking with them and saying, what would you do in this season? What if we couldn't meet as a church for 6 months? What would you do? And get their ideas. And then talk to the millennials, and then talk to the boomers, and then talk to the older generation. Just talk to them and say, hey, what are thoughts? What are ideas you have? And do an innovation lab by video conferencing and see what God's telling people. See what ideas they have. Boy, what a sense of ownership they would have. Instead of the staff coming up with all the ideas, let's invite our people to innovate with us. The more you invite them to innovation, the more their ownership and their sense of ownership is going to go up. And one more, that's number 11, told you 10, give you 11. Create scenarios. Create little video scenarios. I used to do these little video scenarios, and it would get a little situation, and then the video would always end by saying, what would you do? So, give a situation. Hey, your neighbor just lost their job, or your neighbor's business just went bankrupt because of this crisis. They've come to you and they're asking you to pray for them, and they're not a believer, but their life is in crisis. What scripture would you share with them? What would you tell them? Post that little short video scenario or written scenario online and ask your people to respond to it. What would you do? How would you handle this? And give them these challenging scenarios that they can respond to and learn from each other. My favorite theology professor, Dr. Thayer at Moody Bible Institute, my favorite professor in theology, because what he would do is he would give us, he would teach us theological concepts, but then he would test our knowledge by giving us scenarios, and we had to use what we learned into real life situations to really test. Did we learn it? Did we comprehend it? And can we use those theological truths in real life situations? So put some scenarios out there and get your people wrestling with them. So, hey, do some research and development. What are you going to come up with? What new thing can you come up with? I love this quote. I'll end with this. It says, what is now proved was once only imagined. What is now proved was once only imagined. What are you imagining? What are you dreaming up? And how's it going to impact the church and the future of the church and the spread of the gospel? Thanks, you guys. Talk to you tomorrow.